Hey there, Bale here with another design break tutorial. This week, I'm gonna walk you through how to create a scallop edge on any of your designs. Now, I love doing this because it takes like a boring shape and kind of gives it a little bit of fun to it. So I'm gonna walk you through how to do it. It's not very hard at all, so let's just jump right in. Okay, so we have on the screen here a circle that I just drew using the ellipse tool. And now the way to achieve the kind of scallopy look is by using a dashed line. And the way to do that is opening your stroke settings. If you don't know where your stroke settings are, this is under Window. You're going to scroll all the way down to Stroke and select that. And it's going to pop open your stroke settings. Okay, and so you have a big window of all the things that you need to do. So first thing that I do is make sure that your circle is selected. I go ahead and increase my stroke weight. I typically like to have it around 40. So you can increase it by doing it on your control panel, or you can just go ahead and type it here like that in your stroke weight. So now this is a super thick stroke. Now what you're going to do is you're actually going to select this check mark here, and it normally the panel is going to open and it's going to be unchecked, but you want to check it. And this is going to give you options to create a dashed line. And this is how we're going to achieve the scalloped look. I'm going to put my settings on the screen here so that you can make sure that you follow along the exact settings, but you can play around with this to achieve the scallop look that you prefer. So once I have the dashed line selected, I'm going to, I usually have the dash be 1 point, and then you can play with the gap. I think I typically fall around 30 points to 40 points for a gap, but let me show you what that looks like. So if you do that, you are going to end up with little circles. And now if you don't have circles, it's probably because you need to round off your caps. And so just make sure that you select these right here. If you don't have it rounded off, it's going to look like that, and it'll be kind of scary looking. So you want to make sure that it's rounded. Okay, so here is where you can play around with this. You can either, go up, down, whatever you feel like. And this is going to affect what that eventual scallop looks like. So I'm going to keep this at 40, which is what I normally do. Okay, so this is the first part of that scallop. Now what you're going to do is go over to Object. Make sure it's selected because then it's not going to do anything. Go over to Object and expand your appearance. And then if it does nothing, you're going to do it again. Object, expand. And what that's going to do is create path lines around the dot stroke that you just made. So now you're going to have path lines around that. Now you're going to do something that is so fun. There are two ways that you can do this. So first, you're going to hit the direct selection. And as soon as you hit the direct selection, you have all these crazy anchor points that have popped up. But what these are is these are going to help you achieve that curved look. So let's just X out of this so you can see. So all you need to do is select one of them, and it's going to curve every single one. So I'm going to select one, and I'm just going to kind of start rounding that. And you can see what it's doing here. So you see how it's giving it kind of that really pretty scalloped look. So that is one way. Okay. The other way that I like to do this is once I have expanded the path, you make sure that it's selected. You go over to Object, Path, and then you're going to select your smooth slider. And this slider is going to pop up over here, and then you can achieve kind of a similar look, but I think it's more of like a smoothed out scallop, and so it gives you a different look, and you can choose whichever one you prefer, but those are two ways to create a scalloped border for your laser cut designs. All right, friends, I hope that was helpful. I'll see you next time with another design break tutorial. Bye-bye.